Hi everybody, thanks for watching. I'm back today with Blue Knight rubber stamps. I'm going to be creating 2 cards using the new Blossoming Branches stamp set. Let's get started. Blossoming Branches has 3 different branches, the large blossoming branch and then the 2 smaller ones. You can create a really nice frame or use these for accent pieces. Now for my first card, I'm going to show you that I went ahead and stamped it on my watercolor paper, and I stamped it using the regular VersaFine ink. That's the original VersaFine ink, not the VersaFine Clair. And I'm going to be using these new markers that I got. They're called Twin Tone, and they're from Tombow. And these are the pastels, and I got these because they have a nice fine tip. And they're dual tip, and so one end is like sort of a, I guess you would call it like a brush tip, and the other end is your very fine liner. And I like these pastel colors, and I never used them until I got this stamp, and I was trying to think, how am I going to color this in? You can see these are some pretty tiny little flower petals, and I'm having no trouble coloring those in and staying in the lines without going outside of the lines. So overall, I'm very pleased with this marker set. I don't know that I would need all of them. They come in different packs, but if I had the chance and I saw them on sale again, I'd probably also want to buy the primary colors. But like I said, these are the Tombow Twin Tone, and they are pastels. And I'm just going to color this first panel in with like a light peach color. And you can make your little blossoms any color you'd like. And as a matter of fact, I am going to do some pinks later. Yeah, so I'm just switching between the 2 tips just to color in my petals here. And I did speed this video up, so it's a lot, it's fast forward by about 4 times my normal speed. I just wanted to let you know that because I'm kind of a slow crafter, and I'm just trying to get through the video so that you can enjoy it without feeling like it's too long. Speaking of my video, if you are new to my channel, welcome. I'm glad you're here. If you've been here before, welcome back. And if you could please give this video a thumbs up, which is the like button, that's great. It would really help me grow my channel. And I have just over a little over 4,000 subscribers. So I would like to try to grow and get some more subscribers. And if you do subscribe and click the little bell button, you'll be notified of when I post a video or go live. All right, so I did use a little bit of a pink as well for the center of these little petals. And then I used green and I used brown. And this set, I think it comes with a more of a gray color than brown. But I thought that was fine. And you can't really tell the difference between the gray and the brown unless you look really close. So you can make yours brown, but I think I went with a gray. All right. Now I'm using the Blue Knight rubber stamp cloud stencil, and I have a domed foam blender. I have actually 2. One of them is pink and one is blue. So I'm trying to go ahead and make some cotton candy skies for my background, which would be sort of like the pink and blue clouds. And see, I'm just going close to the branches, but not directly over the branches. That's how I use my stencil. I just keep positioning it at different angles. I keep sliding it all around so that I'm getting different cloud shapes. And I'm actually very lightly inking this. This is a very light, for me, I'm very heavy handed with my inks. I was very careful to do this lightly. I didn't really want an overpowering background because I wanted the focus to be on the beautiful blossoming branches. Okay, and the next step, I grabbed another stamp set that I have from Blue Knight. It's called Buck, Doe, and Fawn. You can also buy the add-on dies for that stamp set. And I inked up the big buck image with black ink, and then I die cut it so that I could put the buck here below these branches. We have crabapple trees at the end of our yard, and it's a pretty long yard. It's about an acre, and a lot of times there'll be deer that come up underneath there. Just as they're walking through our yard. I don't know whether deer eat crab apples. I don't know. But I know that it kind of reminded me of the trees that we have in our yard. So I thought it would look nice to have some deer standing underneath here, or at least a deer. And there's the buck. You can see I did that off camera. Isn't that awesome? How simple of a card is that? Now I am going to grab another stamp set called Day at the Lake, because I felt like my buck was kind of just floating. He didn't seem grounded to me. And so I'm going to go ahead and stamp. There's a stamp from the Day at the Lake that looks like a very small mountain range, or like a small island or something. I don't know how to describe it, but a peninsula. These are the dies I'm showing you, the stamp set that I just used. Oh, I showed it after I used it, but anyways, you get the picture. But I'm going to stamp this little peninsula from Day at the Lake just to get some, for lack of a better thing, some earth underneath the buck. And I'm using archival ink, and it was a little bit high with that. I should have stamped it a little bit lower, but that's okay. I can stamp it again and again until I get a solid little thing of earth there. And I think that turned out really nice. I used a black cardstock matte before I put this on my card base. So that's my first card. Now for my second card, I have the branch here, and I have a variety of markers from my stash. And I've got Arteza markers, I've got Tombow markers, and just a bunch of different markers that I'm going to be using for coloring in the blossoming branches. But this marker also has two different tips. The one that I have right now, this pink one. Yeah, these are actually Arteza markers. I don't even know if they make this kind of marker anymore over at Arteza. It's got sort of a brush tip on one end and a fine tip on the other. And again, you can make these any color that you would like. And these that I'm coloring right now, I am going to be using with some pattern paper, because this image is just pretty on its own. And I thought if I would cut it in a rectangle and just mat it with some pattern paper, but maybe do some fancy folds like a gate fold or some kind of other fold, I thought it would just, be a nice way to bring out the beauty of this stamp set. Okay, so I switched colors now. I'm using sort of a peach color at this point, or a light pink. Actually, it's more of a peach color than anything. Yeah. A little bit of a lighter peach than what I used on my first card, the one with the buck. Okay, and now I'm going in with a light pink. So the first pink that I used, well, the first one that I used was like a brighter pink, peach, almost an orange. Then I did a bright pink. Then I did a light peach, and now I'm doing a light pink. And then once I color my flowers in, I'm going to go ahead and start coloring in the branches. I mean the leaves. The branches and the leaves. And I'm using green and brown. Green for the leaves and brown for the branches. I hope you don't mind that I sped this video up and that I am just showing you a couple little clips of the coloring instead of the entire process. If you're not familiar with Blue Knight rubber stamps, please see my links below in the description box where you can go over to their website and check out all of their beautiful products. There's also a Blue Knight rubber stamp blog, a Blue Knight rubber stamp YouTube video channel, and Friends of Blue Knight rubber stamps on Facebook. Now let's take a closer look at the still photos that I have. This is my card that has the actual branch where I fussy cut. So this branch, I just fussy cut it out with my scissors, and I have a fun fold card here. And you can see I have some paper from my scrap that I use, my pattern paper. Also on the fold area, there's an embossing folder piece of paper, a cardstock. It's like a creamy color. And then I have put some enamel dots as some accent on this one. On this one, I just cut a rectangle around the branch, and then I matted it with some pattern paper, and then I used an embossing folder. And this is actually a gatefold card, and the embossing folder has a floral design. And finally, this card has peach flowers on the branches, and I used some peach enamel dots, and I've got that pattern paper in the background. And then my final photo is my design team photo for the blossoming branches. Thanks again for watching. Please leave a comment letting me know what you think about the cards, which one is your favorite. Have a hopeful day. See you next time. Bye-bye.